Toughest inning of the year for a lot of reasons. Just a tough loss for this time of year. That fashion, we have 6 outs and our 2 primary relievers left. So we felt really good about the position we were in. But it'll teach you it's never over. And they took advantage and put together, one run in the 8th, and then the big inning in the 9th. But that was a gut wrencher.
Good outings from Giles here recently. Was there anything different going on?
Obviously it piled up on him after the homer. It's always hard for a closer when he comes in and gives up the lead. That he's trying to make up for lost time. I think just starting the inning off with a fastball, hittable fastball, they get the leadoff runner on. That's always a bad sign. Escobar's not a huge power threat. He's able to hook one, look like a hanging slider. For the homer, he came back and got Calhoun on the out, and then walking Trout steals second. We gave away 90 feet, and then the inning sort of spirals away from us. I'm not going to let Pujols be engaged in that inning. I've seen enough of him over the years, as has this organization. So it was time for somebody different to do something. And Chrome gets the broken bat hit. Another walk from Simmons. We got the punch out we wanted, and then the chaotic play. With the pinch hit, broken bat into center. Correa almost makes the play. They end up scoring all 3 on the 3-2 pitch. So a lot happened in that inning. None of it was in our favor.
How was Correa?
I don't know. Obviously, he was in pain. He's re-aggravated the same shoulder that he had a problem with over the last couple of weeks. So, he fought me to stay in the game. He's a really tough kid, and he sold out for that out to keep the game within 1 run. So I appreciate that kid so much about what he's about and how he does it. But I'm not going to know how he is till tomorrow. But I took him out.
Different feeling now. How do you feel about that rally you guys were able to put together and at that point change the game?
Yeah, no, we did a good job that inning. We put a lot of plate appearances together that were positive in our favor. We showed enough patience, drew a couple walks, got a couple big hits. Whitey comes off the bench, gets a big hit. Marwin's obviously hit before that was huge. But again, that started with the leadoff batter on base. We get Gurriel on an infield hit. He gets the second on the air. They made a couple errors. We capitalized on just about everything. And that's how 5- and 6-run innings happen. We saw it on both ends tonight.
Was that one of the best games Correa's had in the field where it just felt like he was making defensive player?
Yeah, I don't know if it's one of his best. I think it's he's a good player, and I think I think he always comes up with some really big plays and some acrobatic plays. He's got a lot of range. He's got arm to make up for any sort of angle that he's on in the field. But he certainly was a good game for him defensively. It to call it its best is there's a lot of highlight reels out there on how he plays defense. So obviously the last play. More concerned about his injury than I am even making the catch. If that ball drops and he doesn't dive, I probably feel a little better in my stomach than I do right now.
Was he already feeling the shoulder after that terrific catch he had earlier in the game?
You'd have to ask him. That'd be I don't know.
But like you said earlier, just getting the leadoff guy on your end and on their end. That definitely makes a difference as far as getting the rally.
Yeah, it puts a lot of pressure, especially this time of year, but it puts a lot of pressure on the defense when the leadoff batter gets on. It's not the end-all, be-all, but it's certainly how some big innings can start. And depending on where you are in the order, can make it even more dangerous on either end. When you get the bottom of the order gets on base to start innings and the lineup's rolling around to your better hitters, that's always a good feeling. When the leadoff runner gets on base in front of Trout, that's a terrible feeling. So there's a range of emotions that you go through, but the idea in this game is to put as much pressure on the defense as you can, and nothing's greater than having the first hitter get on base.
Were there any positives you could take from Pfister? And I got hit around early, but worked his way
I thought he did his job. I pulled him early after 5, and for him to navigate through that, he was in trouble a couple innings. They hit a couple balls hard, but he found his way to get out of it. And I actually think he finished a lot stronger than he started. So I took the ball away from him. I was steadfast. I wasn't going to let him go through the order a third time. So I pulled him after 5 innings. But it's a step in the right direction for him. I know that a little bit more movement, a few more balls on the ground today. They did hit the ball a little bit hard on a couple of occasions, but 5 innings, 2 runs. Based on how he's gone the last 5 or 6 starts, it's a good start for him. And I think it's hopefully he found out a little bit something about himself tonight, that he could fight through a little bit of that adversity and come out feeling okay with only one inning they scored on him.